BeingShe Excellence Awards.
Yeah.
It was again hosted in partnership with Gulf News at Museum of Future.
Yeah. So we are in our 5th year of Excellence Awards.
Oh, it's a 5th year, mashallah.
Yes. And since ever Museum of the Future has been inaugurated, we are the only women organization who had the honor and privilege to host our most prestigious awards at the Museum of the Future since the time it has come in existence.
What's coming up next for BeingShe? What are your upcoming projects? Would you like to share that? I'll be like, nahi, ye nahi baat karna tha. Hi everyone, I'm Ayesha Shaik. Welcome to my podcast Chai with Ayesha, powered by Proka Studio Dubai, in association with AMG Digitech Solution, your one-stop solution for your printing, designing, and digital marketing needs. And special thanks to our travel partner, Takeoff Tours. Today, I have this gorgeous lady in the house, Miss Aparna Bajpai. She's a social entrepreneur. You're a speaker. You're a philanthropist. You're a businesswoman. I'm just taking my breath. You're a marketer. You're an investor. What not? Did you put a full stop to that? You're a multi-talented woman. Serial killer जैसे नहीं होते वैसे serial entrepreneur बोल सकते हैं आपको. Did anyone say that to you before?
No.
तो आयशा ने पहले.
I didn't have the privilege.
Like how? इतने सारी चीजें you have started and mashallah you're doing so well. Like Aparna Bajpai is a brand. You have made yourself there. BeingShe Official is the page name as well. You know, community that you have started. So how do you manage all of this?
So thank you very much, first of all, Ayesha, for all the privileged titles that you have just given me. I think you can be anything to everything. You know? This is what I believe, and especially women, because we are so well versed with multitasking. So if you are talented, if you can bring out your personality through the kind of work which you want to actually, engage with people, promote yourself, get into some kind of a purpose-driven initiatives, and actually, whatever makes you happy as a person. And I also believe that there are different stages of life, and every time for every woman, I think every decade has a different stage for her.
Yeah.
Since the time you grow, your education, your higher education, you get married, your kids, and then I think finally you get a chance to re-look into yourself, that what actually makes you happy. So I think you can be anything to everything.
Amazing. I think many people would love to hear that. This is one thing they fear about is like, maybe this is not my cup of tea, but you have proven that nahi sab kuch apna cup of tea hai, karte chalo tum. And I see you inspiring and empowering a lot of people out there. Why is that empowerment so important?
So empowerment, according to me, means self-development, self-knowledge, self-esteem, growing on your self-personalities. And that is called as empowerment, because more you learn, more knowledge you gain, more right people you meet, you get more empowered.
Right.
So empowerment for each one of us is extremely important from this perspective. However, I feel each one of us are well versed and we are already empowered.
Right.
So, it is not like that you're preparing yourself for a battlefield. It's just that you're working on yourself every single day and you're becoming more and more as a better version of yourself.
Right.
It is extremely important.
Amazing. And BeingShe Official was created 7 years ago, am I right?
That's correct.
And you guys were the first ones to have a community like that?
Absolutely, yes, in the UAE.
Wow. So I want to know a little bit more, like what really motivated you to start a community?
I think community is something that should be for every industry, for every individual to belong. Because that's like, how you get the peer support during your education time, whether you're in school or college or universities. Unless and until you have the right peers around you, it's difficult, right?
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same way even for us grown-ups, So we must belong to certain communities which is like-minded.
Yeah.
Everyone's personalities are different. Everyone's purpose is different. Everyone's, likings are different. Requirements are different.
Yeah.
So as per your requirements, you should choose communities for sure. And then when we began the concept of this community ecosystem, especially for women entrepreneurs and the business owners, the whole idea was that giving them the right guidance, from the perspective of their personal development and the business development. Because we realize that there's a lot of resources over here for like with women. They're educated, they're fairly experienced, they have a lot of passion to do things, but entrepreneurship is not a easy journey for any one of us, and you yourself are an entrepreneur. The journey you have gone through. You need mentors. You need a community, supportive community. And that's where the whole concept and the idea was, started to handhold, to kind of shine the torch on the empowerment and the capabilities that each one of them hold, creating a platform where they can be more seen, heard, and they can come under like a spotlight, so they can be more celebrated.
This mentorship, what you have mentioned, I really wish there was someone who could mentor me. I wish I could have found you that time. So मेरा जिंदगी अलग ही track पे चलता शायद, but I have gone through my own share of struggles to be here. But that's right what you have said, and community does help. And I think even we are on the same level. We have our own community where we try to provide, not maybe as much as you, we are trying our level best that we can give, but what you are giving back to the community, it is excellent.
Thank you so much, Ayesha. And I think trying is the main word.
Yes.
It doesn't matter on what level.
Yeah.
Because every individual, I respect their efforts, their vision, their purpose, the whole idea of them coming out for the community or any individual to support, even if it's one person, you're supporting, you're, lending your hand or support. I mean, that's great in today's time because we all are so compressed with our time, our efforts, our obligations around us, with family tie-ups, with other work. So even if you are finding some time out of it, it is great and it's value add.
Amazing. Okay, there's a question like a little informal one. People say running a community is an easy job.
Look, nothing on this earth is easy. You're breathing every day. Sometimes when you are too much at work, you forget breathing as well. How much consciously are we breathing every time? Nothing on this earth is easy. And especially, starting a community is one thing. Managing it is another.
Another thing, absolutely.
Because it is like that unless and until as a founder, you are working hard. And you are actually approaching to those right elements and resources that can then be shared with your community members to grow. You are the flag bearer, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be on your toes to bring them those kind of elements and resources. And that's the kind of responsibility you have chosen to take for them. Right. And that's, I think, the most difficult part. Yeah. Where, one leader, the founder has to bring those kind of, opportunities for the community members. And I think that's where the challenge arises.
And you have busted the myth today. Now, earlier 7 years ago, you were the first one. Now, I think every gully of Dubai, you will find a community. What do you have to say about that? Do you think that it's a competition or it's like, nahi sab kar rahe hain, everyone has something else to bring to the table?
No, I always believe that, more the merrier. I always appreciate, especially if it's a women-led community or a business, I appreciate that because it's not easy, Ayesha. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a community founder, as taking care of my other businesses under my family's umbrella, it's not easy for any woman to start something or put an effort. So I appreciate and thank you so much for starting and coming out with so many platforms and communities because we need more and more.
Yes.
One or two cannot justify. However, what I feel, it should be a healthy competition.
Yeah.
Okay, the standards have to be maintained. It has to be purpose-driven.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a copy-paste concept. Okay.
Yeah.
You can get inspiration from others, but you cannot just replicate or duplicate without a full understanding of where you will be leading your community towards.
Right.
Otherwise, it creates a big confusion among the audience.
That's right. Okay, we move forward to the next question. So, how mentorship and networking plays a vital role in an entrepreneur's life?
So, as I mentioned,
Oh, no.
mentorship is extremely important for the right guidance, and it keeps you in track. And keeping in track is extremely important because when you start your journey as a women entrepreneur, there can be a lot of distractions, and nobody is perfect in all areas of business. As an entrepreneur, it's a lonely journey as well. You're left alone. You can't probably even discuss or cry over anyone else's shoulder because it's entirely your own journey, and you are responsible for it. So I think in this case, having right mentors very extremely important. They keep you on track. They give you that kind of guidance and support, which enables you towards a faster growth.
Yeah.
And then again, networking is the key to success, but relevant networking.
Relevant.
I always say that, you can find loads and loads of tons of people everywhere, but how are they adding value? And how are they justifying to your time and effort what you have spent to them? So, I think having relevant networking, and that you always get in a consistent basis with the like-minded communities and the platforms you choose.
That's right. Okay, one of your companies, BeingShe, has become an exclusive women's wing under the largest publication, Gulf News. So, can you tell us more about it?
So I would say this is a milestone for us, and we were honored. It was our extreme pleasure when this partnership happened, and we went under one of the biggest and largest publication house of the UAE, which is Gulf News, very prestigious, most credible. So yes, it was an opportunity, it was a milestone, and it was our honor to go under the umbrella of Gulf News as an exclusive women community. We're extremely successful together. As the entire full 1 year, we have seen the kind of initiatives we could drive together, and the kind of impact it has created
That's right.
among the women in the UAE.
That's amazing. And any memorable moment you would like to share in your entrepreneurial journey that you had come across? Anyone?
Anyone?
Yeah.
I think every day is, a memory to make. There's a lot. There's been a lot. Look, I mean, I think the biggest take from the, your followers and listeners to this podcast and your community members, keeping them in mind, I would say that get used to hearing a lot of or getting a lot of rejection.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's more no's than yes, and if you know that every time there is a no, that is NO, is a new opportunity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So always take it as that, and it makes you stronger, and it is out of experience, I'm telling you. So I think just take it under your belt and keep your head high, keep trying.
Amazing. That was supposed to be my last question, though. What is the message you're going to give? Karke? Pehle hi ho gaya. But that's a valid
No, I
one.
still have a message.
You do have one
Yes.
other message. I would love to hear that.
Okay.
So there's so many women who want to be entrepreneurs, So what, according to you, are some of the challenges you may face in the beginning stage, other than that no rejection? So what do you think we should be prepared for?
I think as a women entrepreneur, the starting journey itself is very challenging from various fronts. First of all, what is the concept? How are you aligning that concept with the product? Because there has to be a business sense to the whole project. Who's your team?
Yeah.
What's the scope of work of your team? What are the KPIs? What are the targets? How you are going to be progressing your business from the first year to next 3 years to 5 years, investments, brand positioning, As a women entrepreneur, your personal brand positioning as well, as long as the company positioning.
Yeah.
A lot of challenges, I guess. And, I meet so many of women entrepreneurs every day, and I see that a lot of them are experts into finance, maybe, or maybe marketing, or team handling, or procurement, or branding. But you are not everything
Yeah.
in terms of being an expert. So, definitely at that moment, you need the right people guiding you, supporting you, and they become your support partners in your journey. And that enables you not to burn your finger with wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we move forward to this question. BeingShe Excellence Awards.
Yeah.
It was again hosted in partnership with Gulf News at Museum of Future.
Yeah.
So you have opened a platform. Obviously, there's a platform. You have opened many doors for women entrepreneurs out there. How has it really impacted the other entrepreneurs' life who have associated with you for these awards?
So, we are in our 5th year of Excellence Awards.
Oh, it's a fifth year, mashallah.
Yes, and since ever Museum of the Future has been inaugurated, we are the only women organization who had the honor and privilege to host our most prestigious awards at the Museum of the Future since the time it has come in existence. So 2 years have already been done. Even the 2025 is again lined up
Wow.
in the Museum of the Future. Now, your question regarding the women entrepreneurs, how it has impacted. Again, for what I believe is for any women entrepreneur, personal branding is extremely important. Recognition with the
Yeah.
right bodies, because that creates trust for your brand and for
Yes.
yourself, and that gives you the right credibility. So investing in yourself with these kind of spotlight programs or recognition and awards is extremely important. However, this is not our individual decisions. We have full panel of jury every year. So internal jury, external jury, final jury. So the entire profile goes through a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah.
And only then, a kind of the shortlisting has been done. And so usually we get like over 600 to 700 nominations every year, out of which we choose between 45 to 50 winners only. So it's a whole process, and there's a bigger purpose attached to it. So it does not end only from the perspective of that, okay, you nominated yourself, you were selected, you received an award at so and so date, by so and it's done. No.
Yeah.
So there's a longer journey attached to it.
I'm so glad to hear that. Very organic. Okay. Your Being She Empowered initiative focuses on entrepreneurial skills and business learning, right? So, what advice do you have for women aspiring to start their own businesses? Because obviously, we have covered that bit in the beginning.
Invest with the right people in the beginning is extremely important, as I
Yes.
said. Otherwise, I meet a lot of them. They've been deceived. They've been, promised a lot but not delivered because of the wrong choices they made to choose the wrong partners. So, I say that, be more vigilant. Okay, come to the right people, do some background checks, and
Yeah, that's
then
important.
only invest. Yeah.
That's very important. Background check is important. I don't think people are really doing. And whatever they see on social media, do you think that is everything is true out there? Like sometimes nowadays background check is like social media. You check their profile, how things are going on. Do you think that can be deceitful? Do you get the real picture?
It depends on every situation and every person to person or profile to profile. However, I don't think, people do say that social media is fake and all that stuff, but I defer this point.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, I defer this point because at the end of the day, okay, there can be certain part of it or certain products or services or certain accounts that are being, hyped up in a wrong way, or maybe the purpose is something different, but most of it I mean, you are a content creator, Aisha. It takes hard work
Yeah.
to create the content. Why would somebody create a content to mislead?
Yeah.
You know, generally speaking. And if you are not from those kind of industries which are hard to crack, I think everything which is there on the platform and people are creating or, doing, it has to have some sense, right?
Yeah.
So I think, I think social media has become new website. That's the new address. But at the same time, I would suggest, try to take some referrals and, try to understand the kind of people they're associated with. Try to speak to those people, find out, and that's where the communities help, the
Yeah.
right ones.
Yeah.
Because some of the other links you will find out, common links, and then it will be easier for you to, choose out of options.
That's right. So, what's coming up next for BeingShe? What are your upcoming projects? Would you like to share that? I'll be like, nahi, nahi, ye nahi baat karna tha.
No, I mean there's so much that we keep doing. So there's not any one particular thing, but of course a very exciting 2025 calendar. With a lot of initiative, activations, events, flagship, purpose-driven stuff. That we always do is there. Additionally, on the occasion of our 7th anniversary, we have launched the community available for women who were unable to join it earlier with like almost free.
Okay.
Okay, so we are inviting them to register themselves until 31st of December. And they can avail and they can experience the community free of charge.
Amazing.
Okay, there's just a small commitment fee just for the registration that applies. Otherwise, it's completely free for them because this is kind of a giving back from our side. And then, of course, whatever kind of support they need, we are always there to consult them.
Amazing. Okay, a little bit personal, like who are your role models? You've been role model to so many, so who are your role models?
I think on this in this journey of BeingShe and my entrepreneurship and working all together, being in Dubai and previously in London, there have been many. And I'm not that kind of a person who will just take fancy names for the sake of it. I think it's always been in my professional journey of a decade in the UK, my senior managers, my team leaders, who gave me very great mentorship. Under their leadership, I could grow a lot. I was one of the, top management, under the top management when I resigned and I moved to the UAE. And then from here, there have been many, business consultants and, people around me, even men, they've been very supportive, who have been, well versed with the experience that they hold. And the one thing that I actually tried, and I would suggest any women or even men to try, is initially expand your circle, know more and more variety of people, different nationalities, different industries, different age groups, learn from everywhere. And then you sort of funnel it up to what actually excites you and what actually is as per your purpose. And then you begin your journey. So initially that is important as well as for any entrepreneur. And I've had many mentors and on the way leaders, supporters, even in fact my family, females in my family, my mother, be it my mother, my mother-in-law, sister, they've been very empowered themselves. And the whole background, the family background, the upbringing has been very supportive from the perspective that knowledge is power and we have to keep learning to grow.
Yeah, that's right. And one thing I love about you is wherever you are right now, like you said, you don't take fancy names, which is good, and you're still humble because you are sticking to your roots. That's acknowledging where you came from, who are the people who have supported you, takes you a long way.
Yes.
And I love that thing about you.
Thank you.
You're going to grow and shine even more. And inshallah, may we be part of it while you are growing. We have one round that comes here.
Sure.
It's a Hyderabadi Baigan round.
What's that?
Wo cards de dena, please. You'll love this one. So these are like a couple of myths that you'll have to burst.
Okay.
And there are 2 flashcards we'll give you. Okay, it's basically yes and no, but in the Hyderabadi thing, slang. Sahich is yes.
So I have to say this?
You have to show it if you are
Okay.
not comfortable saying it. And the other one is not baigan, it's baigan. Like in Hyderabadi, baigan is a slang, if Fatima knows it. For you, it may be something new.
Baigan.
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 And sahich.
Sahich.
Sahich means yes. Baigan is a slang for, and in this
Baigan.
contest
Okay.
we have used it as a
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Are you ready, Aparna?
All right, yeah.
Number 1, empowerment is only about financial independence.
Baigan.
Yeah, you'll have to show it to this one. You sound
Baigan, sorry.
You sound so cute. Nobody has said baigan like that. Next one. Empowerment is one size fits all.
Baigan.
Again a baigan. Okay, next one, number 3. Women can't balance leadership roles with family responsibilities.
Baigan.
Bada wala baigan. Okay, next one. Leadership is only for extroverted or outspoken people.
Baigan.
सभी बैगन ही हैं यहाँ पे. Next one. Awards and recognition are only for well-established women.
To certain extent, yes. But in today's time, not awards, but recognition is important for all. So baigan.
Baigan.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually both भी हो सकता है ना आपका आंसर.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So sahij and baigan.
Oh God, you're so cute, man. इसका अलग सा रील बनाना चाहिए या बैगन वर्ड वाला. Okay. So that was nice having you on board. One last piece of advice if you would like to give to the entrepreneurs or to the women out there. Although you have given so many advices, but अगर एक ऐसा कि ये जरूर नहीं भूलना आप लोग, तो क्या होगा?
Invest in yourself. Don't become conjuice in investing yourself. Investing in your growth, investing in your learning, investing in your personal branding, investing in the right networking with right communities, because that's the way to success.
Amazing. And thank you so much for taking out your valuable time, coming here all the way. It means a lot to me, and I'm sure people are going to love this podcast. I'm sure your people must not have seen this informal side. They would have fun कि ये Aparna का दूसरा side है. So we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much, everyone. That's Ayesha Shaik from the podcast Ayesha with Ayesha. And special thanks to all our partners, Procast Studio Dubai, AMG Digitech Solution, your one-stop solution for all your printing, designing, and digital marketing needs, and our travel partner, Takeoff Tours. This is Ayesha Shaik signing off.